Some computer terms are so closely related that they can be misused. When talking about computers, misusing computer terms can make it harder for you to be clearly understood and could result in being corrected by people knowledgeable about the term. This video explores the top 20 most commonly misused and confused computer terms. The term hits is often incorrectly used to refer to page views or the number of people that access a specific website. Page views are not the same thing as hits. Hits measure the total number of files downloaded from a web server. Page views measure the number of times visitors view web pages, regardless of the number of files downloaded from a web server. For example, if a visitor loaded a single HTML page which contained 7 images, 2 CSS files, and 3 JavaScript files, it would generate a total of 12 hits, 1 page view, and 1 visit. Both visits and hits are important measurements. However, page views are a more important measurement because it provides information about the people visiting a site. Hits provide information about the total number of files downloaded, whilst page views provide information about the total number of visitors to a website. Visits are not the same thing as page views. Visits refer to the number of individual people that access a website, and this metric helps determine how many people are interacting with the website, regardless of the page. A page view occurs when a website is loaded in a web browser. Therefore, a visit to a website can generate lots of page views. A high number of visits indicates that a website is popular, but if the number of page views is low, it could indicate that people are not clicking through enough pages on a website to view content. Some people often confuse the terms Internet and Intranet with each other. The term Intranet is sometimes mistaken for a misspelling of the Internet, but it's not a misspelling. An intranet is a private internal network used within an organization, school, company, or government, and restricted to the people in that enterprise. The Internet is the largest WAN that is open to the entire world. Another difference between the Internet and an intranet is that lot of intranets exist around the world, but there is only one Internet. The roles of a web developer and a web designer are often confused. They do not have the same roles, and it's important to know the difference between the two. Web developers usually focus on the back end of a website, which includes the databases and programming aspect of creating a website. Web designers manage the look and feel of websites and only design web interfaces. Do not confuse a web host with a domain registrar. A domain registrar is a company that provides users with domain name registration services. The services allow users to buy domain names and configure the settings. Unlike a domain registrar, a web host provides services that allow users to make their websites accessible on the web. A domain registrar does not usually provide users with any storage space that allows them to store their website files, so it's incorrect to say that they host a domain name. However, some domain registrars also provide web hosting services. Some people incorrectly refer to their broadband or internet connection as Wi-Fi. For example, someone might say they're switching Wi-Fi providers, or their Wi-Fi is not working on a desktop computer that connects using a wired connection. Wi-Fi is just one type of broadband used to connect nearby devices to a wireless router using radio signals. Broadband refers to any high-speed data transmission connection, which both includes wired and wireless technologies. A virus is just one type of malware that copies itself in order to infect other devices. Malware is a general term for malicious software designed to harm a computer system. Not all types of malware are self-replicating. For example, a Trojan horse is not self-replicating since it requires users to manually download and install it to become infected. Therefore, it's incorrect to say Trojan horse virus or Trojan virus. It's commonly believed that a modem and a router perform the same functions, but they don't. A modem directly connects to the Internet, decodes the signal from the ISP, does not set up a LAN, and is not responsible for Wi-Fi. A modem is a box that allows networks to connect to the wider Internet. It will connect the source of the Internet from a home to an ISP. The modem is connected to the router, which enables all wired and wireless devices in a network to use that Internet connection at once. It routes data to other devices, forms a LAN, does not decode the signal from an ISP, and a modem is required to connect it to the ISP. These terms are often used identically, but they are not the same things. Data is an unorganized set of values collected from input. It has little meaning until it is processed. Information is data that has been processed and organized so that it is easier to understand and make decisions based on it. The main difference between cloud computing and cloud storage is that cloud computing refers more to the usage of resources over the cloud, like processing power, and allows users to work on and complete projects. Cloud storage refers more to data storage capacity that is made available over the cloud and allows users to store files. Cloud storage is simply a data storage service, whilst cloud computing allows users to remotely work on and transform data. Cloud storage is a type of cloud computing as data has to be moved to the cloud before using cloud computing systems. An application is a program that helps users do a task. All applications are programs, but not every program is an application. For example, a word processor is an application that allows you to create and edit text and images to produce documents that can be saved electronically and printed out. The operating system runs small programs in the background, which provide an environment or platform for all the other types of software to work in. This is known as system software, not application software. An app is short for application, but it usually refers to an application designed to run on a smartphone or tablet. These two terms have different meanings and are often misused. For example, someone might say that they will cut and paste something when they are copying it and not removing text from its original spot. Cutting removes text or images from the screen you are currently working on. Copying leaves the content in place so that it can be duplicated somewhere else. The terms ROM and RAM look similar, but they are two completely different types of memory. ROM is a form of memory that the computer can read but not write to. RAM can be read and written to. Another difference between ROM and RAM is that ROM is non-volatile, whilst RAM is volatile. This means that ROM keeps its data even after the power is turned off, whilst the content stored on the RAM are lost when the computer turns off. A website is a collection of several web pages held together to form a site, whilst a web page refers to a single page of a website. For example, an article is a web page that may be part of a website that consists of hundreds of web pages. Knowing the difference between these two terms can avoid confusion. Although a web host may also act as an ISP, some people get these two terms confused and use them identically. A web host is an organization that maintains, configures, and provides the physical servers that store websites. An ISP provides internet access for both homes and businesses, usually for a monthly fee. They may also provide web hosting services, but not always. Open source software is not the same thing as freeware. Freeware is a type of software that is free to use, but the source code is not always open. For example, Google Chrome is free to use, but the source code is closed and unavailable, meaning that the software cannot be modified. But if the source code of the freeware software is open, then it is also open source software. Some people incorrectly use the term memory to refer to a storage device. For example, someone might say that they don't have enough memory to install a video game. The correct word for this type of memory is storage space. RAM is often referred to as the memory, even though there are other types of memory available in a computer, and it is completely unrelated to the amount of file storage a hard drive has. The measurements of data transfer rate are often confused with the measurement of storage capacity. A byte is 8 times bigger than a bit. For example, if an ISP provided a data transfer rate of 50 megabits per second, it would only be capable of transferring 6.25 megabytes per second. Proper capitalization is also important. The same goes with kilobytes and kilobits. Trolling is when someone intentionally says something off-topic, upsetting, controversial, or disturbing to attract attention to themselves and disrupt a discussion people are having online. Cyberbullying is more harmful than trolling and happens when someone is continuously harming or intimidating someone online, unlike trolling, which may only happen once or twice. Another difference between trolling and cyberbullying is that trolling usually happens in a public place where anyone can write a post, like a forum, chat room, or comment board, whilst cyberbullying targets specific individuals and is usually sent by private messages. The World Wide Web is often mistaken for a synonym of the Internet. The World Wide Web is the service that is provided by the Internet. It allows users to browse web pages. Without the Internet, it wouldn't be possible to access the World Wide Web. The Internet is used to access the World Wide Web. There are lots of other services provided by the Internet, so the Internet and the World Wide Web are not the same things. SSDs are often incorrectly referred to as hard drives. SSDs are commonly used in desktop computers, laptops, and other digital devices as an upgrade to hard drives, but people often incorrectly refer to them as hard drives. Unlike a hard drive, an SSD does not contain disks and has no moving parts, making it solid state. If you liked this video and want to learn more about IT terminology and concepts, then don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Also, if you want to receive notifications whenever a new video is posted on our channel, you can click on the bell icon after subscribing.